Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm your host, Anthony Cordova, Tony C., the Soul Reader, right here on Fireside. And just welcome, welcome, welcome. I do know that we are having a few technical difficulties, but I think we've got them worked out. That's why we came in about a minute late. And I do have my wonderful producer here with me this evening, Jill Cox Cordova, my wife. Yes, 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 yes. So thank you for being here to check me out. And remember, I give free readings here. So free psychic readings, but I am more of I am a natural born empath, means I was born this way. And what I sense most of all, or the easiest for me, is reading you and who you truly are. And also remember that if I'm not in frame properly, just pinch the screen down, pinch it down, and it will come into frame. Because I would like you to see me like I am instead of like that. Because that's how it would look. So, so I already see that somebody has requested a reading.
I was just going to tell you because there's people in the audience who have never been here before, so they're not familiar with
Familiar?
with
Okay.
how you run the show. But Geraldine is new to the show and says that she would like a reading and that she learned about you last Tuesday.
Okay.
And Amy is also in the audience and she would like a reading too. So you
Oh,
should go in that order. And
wonderful.
Connie is also here.
Oh, hi, Connie. Oh, all right. Well,
But
this
you
is,
should tell them how we work.
yes, yes, I will. So that was Geraldine and Amy. That was correct.
That is correct.
Cool, cool. So, Geraldine, you will be first when I get to the portion of doing readings. So, you'll be first. And then, Amy, after we do a reading, I do a reading for you also. Um,
And I will invite each of them so that you don't have to invite yourself or ask to speak. I
yeah,
will invite each of you.
yes. So, Jill will send you an invitation, and I need you to accept video. Accept video because it's much better if I can see you. Not just hear you, but see you also. It allows me to make a quicker connection to you. So let me let you know, I'm talking all backwards, um, what I do and how I do it. Okay. So I call myself a psychic natural born uh, uh, empath. So as far as the psychic portion is, everybody knows, about psychics. Some can tell your future, um, or things that are going to happen in the future. Um, and I do that on occasion, on occasion. But what I do best is connect to you. Now, when I connect to you, if you have someone that is past, that is on the other side, um, in most cases, I can connect to them too. So, if a loved one has passed away and you're curious about how they're doing and how they're getting along, or a lot of times from the other side, we feel that we could have done something to prevent it or change things in some kind of way. We have doubts and questions. So, that's what I can do among many other things I can do. So if you're having issues with should you leave a job and pursue something else, I can help you with that. Those types of things are relationship issues, that just all types of things I can help you with, because I actually feel you and what you're going through, and quite often why you're going through certain situations and most of your life. I will try not to divulge I will try not to divulge um, anything that I think you may not want me to touch on, because I can feel the sensitivity of it. So also know it's just like a conversation. So when I read you, I'm gonna, hey, how you doing? What's going on? What's been happening? We'll have some general conversation, and then once I connect to you, then we'll start getting into the reading. There's also a safe word, which is stop. STOP, stop. So if you start feeling really uncomfortable, just tell me to stop. You don't have to scream it. You don't have to do anything else. So we could stop talking about that. If you want to talk about something else, we can move on to something else. But anytime you feel uncomfortable, just say stop. And that's cool. Now, so usually I'm going to talk a little bit about what the show topic is tonight, which is death is not the end. Death is not the end. Death is not the end. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit right now. So, when I say death is not the end, it's something that I believe, but it's not something that I only believe. These are things that I know absolutely sure. 100% I am sure that death is not the end. Not the end. It is not. It has never been the end. It's a little bit easier for me to understand that because I connect to people from the other side. I also get messages. Sometimes they just come to me and want to tell me something or pass a message on to a loved one of their loved ones, especially if I know that person. They'll come to me and ask me to give a message. And I do that. I didn't always do that because I thought all of this was like a curse. Oh God, why do people on the other side talk to me? Why can I feel people? Why I don't want all their emotions. I don't want to feel this. But over the years, I have learned to control this on what comes in, what doesn't come in, and how it affects me. So, getting back to death is not the end. A lot of us fear death because it's such a big unknown. And throughout our lives, we've been told, live a good life or you're going to hell. What an awful thing to say to a person. What's an awful thing to say to a child? Okay? So when you're putting that in a child's mind, you better do right or you're going to hell, you're kind of damaging that child, in my opinion. Okay? This is my opinion. Because it creates that fear of death. And it's really unfortunate that probably the majority of us on this planet fear death because it's an unknown. What is going to happen to me when I die? Am I going to hell because I stole some candy from a candy store when I was little? No, you're not going to hell for stealing some candy at the candy store. And hell is very complicated. Very complicated. But I can say this. Some of what hell is is things that we've created on our own, how we've lived here. So I'm not saying that if you do something bad, you're going to hell. All of this stuff really is when we start talking about the bad stuff, the evil stuff, and all of that. And some people will say evil doesn't exist. Um, mm, it kind of does exist, but let me put it this way. So I try to put things simple. So positive and negative, positive and negative. You know what a positive person is like, then you know what a negative person is like. Now, as you get down to the negative, think deeper, slower. Um, Thought process is completely different. Instead of, oh, I have compassion for that person. Oh, I have empathy for that person. Or you don't. You don't have any. You don't have any compassion. You don't have empathy, which is a negative thing. Negative, 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 negative. So think about that. In different, I'm only saying degrees only so we can grasp on to what I'm saying. So there's different degrees of negativeness. And the more negative, the more uh let's just stick with negative. The more negative it is, the more that person or that person's soul is negative. It's a slower vibration. It's lower and lower and lower and lower. Um, so it just gets worse. it just gets worse. Now, death is not the end. So yeah, we will move on. But most of us on this planet, the majority of us, are not going to hell, or at least the hell that we have fixed in our mind. Burning in hell and all of that. Most people, the majority of people on this planet, don't have to worry about that. Now, depending on how you lived your life when you're here, you may have lessons to go through, things to learn when you pass on. But it doesn't put you in hell of what you would think. And it can be very complicated on who goes where and why does it happen and all of that. But for the most part, we don't have to worry about going to hell. And the other thing about dying is that when you die, you will meet all your loved ones. You'll meet the ones you love and the ones you don't even know. So we've got all of these people, all of these family members, and there are even people, depending on who you are, on the other side that are helping you now, that will help you on the other side. So you can call them angels. You can call them spirit guides. But we're always being watched over. Okay? There is always somebody on the other side trying to guide us and help us. Here's the problem. We can't hear them. Okay? That's the problem. We can't hear them. Some of us can, like me. And this is why I don't fear death. Death is not the end. For me, they're just on the other side. It's like they're in a different room. than we are in. So when I have people that contact me and people that use me, like on this show, people on the other side help me connect to the loved one that's here tonight. So I don't do this alone. Okay, I am not taking credit for all of this because they walk me through, they allow me to feel them. So when I feel your loved one on the other side, because I'm an empath, that's like my main means of communication uh, on the other side as an empath. Um, Sometimes I do see people on the other side, but that's usually in a vision or through dream state or something like that. But most of the time, I feel them. I feel them. Okay. All right. And I think that's all I'm going to say about death tonight so I can get into the readings. And I'm pretty sure so we know there's readings, and I always play this before
Before
the
I
readings.
bring your first person you're reading up, I'd
Yes.
like to say you have 3 more people in your
Three
audience.
more people.
In
Yay!
the audience.
I figured that's what you meant.
I mean, not necessarily who want reading. So Frankie J, Monica, and
Hey, Frankie
I think
J.
the name is
Hello,
pronounced
Monica.
Kamor,
Kamor.
I think.
Okay.
But I'm going to bring
I can
Geraldine up.
barely see Kamor. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna take this down. Things aren't. Take that down. There we go. All right. Well, Kamor. No, this is not Kamor. This is Geraldine.
That is correct, Geraldine.
This is Geraldine. Hello, Geraldine. Oh, I cannot hear you.
Hello to you. Can you hear me?
Barely. Let's try to figure out what's going on with you. Let's see.
I got my volume up.
All right. Well, here I'll do something on this end where I can hear you better. But it's a bad connection. Okay. Geraldine. What's going on? How are you doing? You know, like I said, I feel people. I'm an empath. That's how I connect to people mostly. And bear with me because I'm going to have to turn the volume up on you and turn it down, but there's interference there. But I see you here. And you know what? I don't even have to go into a lot of general conversation with you. I kind of connect to you immediately. So with you, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that can see this. I can see the positive energy and the love that you have for people. So not just for your family members, but people also, just in general. Now the deal with you though is that you're also, the first thing I feel is pain. And I think it's grieving. I'm not absolutely sure, but I kind of feel like you're grieving from someone that's passed on. And again, when I do this, I get different levels of feeling. So the first stuff I told you about, how you interact with people, and you're really a kind of a people person. You got a lot of love to spread. So I'm like 98% sure on that. Okay. The other part about pain, I'm like 75% on that. Okay. Now, when I talk about grief, because I feel like I still feel like there's some grief. Um, so I need you to tell me now before we do that. Um, I want you to tell me what your main concern, like your number one concern in life is right now.
Well, right now, I'm concerned about my daughter.
Okay. Okay. Um, okay. I'm trying to the way it works for me. I connect to you, then I try to connect to the emotions of the person you're asking about. And I'm not picking up that, oh, don't worry about it, she's fine. I'm feeling, yes, you are right to be concerned. She is she in her mid 40s?
No, she's in her mid-50s.
In her mid 50s. Okay. Um okay, she's in her mid 50s. Okay. She has been um a troubled I just have to say it this way. She's been a troubled soul. Okay. Some of us it's weird with her. Most of us, when we're a troubled soul or our lives seem to be difficult, a lot of times it's from some trauma that has happened to us. Often it's through childhood. But with her, it's like I'm feeling that she was born that way. She came into this world troubled. And I'm not saying that she wasn't a happy child, but this is something deeper. This is something that was already there when she came into this world. Okay. Um, so she's lived with it and has not, she's not really vocal about it. Actually, I don't think she understands it. Okay. I don't know if she is in therapy or not, but she needs to be. But life for her is hard, and I'm talking about the things that may not be hard for you. Okay. You're like, oh, I've been through that. Oh, I did this. Oh, I just, you're a like really strong woman. Okay. You handle stuff. Okay. So, but she's not like that. She's not like you. Okay. So she has these things going on, and she doesn't understand. As a matter of fact, she asks all the time to herself or to the Lord, why? Why is my life so hard? Why is it so hard? Why do I have to be this way? Why? Why? Um, and this, especially with the age she is now, It's like every year that passes, this weight gets heavier on her, not lighter. Quite often in our lives, we hope things are going to get easier, but for her, it doesn't. It doesn't get easier. So your main concern was, how is she doing? She's she's just she's just she's like holding on. Okay, if you understand what I'm saying, she's holding on. She's holding on. So with your concern, and what can you do? You can be there for her, but not like a mother. See, I don't want you to approach her with the mother mind. I don't want you to approach her with the mother love. I want you to approach her with friendship love, that kind of love. I want you to talk to her the way you would talk to a close friend of yours, like a lifelong friend. So think about how you talk to lifelong friends, someone you really trust. That's the way you need to talk to her. Because when you talk to her with your mother voice and your mother love, it kind of makes her back off, kind of makes her shut down, because she's heard it her whole life from you. And it's concerned. That's what mothers do. That's what parents do. But quite often as parents, and we come at our children, um, we don't always do it the way we're supposed to. So that's why you have to approach her differently, you know, and that will help her and help you so much, just so much.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
You see anything?
Wait, I can barely hear you. Can you?
See anything in regard to her, I guess, condition or in the future?
Um, yeah, with her condition, she, like I said, the first thing, I don't know if she's doing therapy, um, but she really does need to do therapy. Um, if you can bring her to the show next week, say it again. Wait.
I said I invited her to the
Okay.
I
Oh,
don't think she's here.
okay. All right. Well, that's okay. Just give her her time. Okay. Just give her her space. But if the question is, was the and Jill might be able to tell me, because I can barely hear you. Was the question is, what can you do to help her?
I was asking you what you, since you're an empath, and so is she.
Okay. 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 All right. Here's here's the deal. And I was born this way. Okay. And Being that I was born this way and didn't understand it, I was depressed my whole life, from a child till I was in my early 50s, probably, because I didn't know how to handle all of these other people's emotions. Okay. So it made me depressed because you can't get a grip on it. Earlier on, I said I used to think this was a curse because it just made my life miserable. And it attracted people that would help to make my life miserable. Okay? Because when we start getting into this realm, and I was talking about death earlier, and what about evil and good and positive and negative and all of that. So her being an empath is like being a light. Um, you know how they say the moth and the flame and all of that stories, all of that stuff. So when she's a light, it attracts everything. It attracts some good people and attracts really bad people. And the bad people, even if they don't know it themselves, they're here to hurt people like me, people like your daughter. But it creates it when you don't know how to handle it. It creates so many things. It creates drug issues. It's depression, alcoholism, and all of that. And I'm getting a note here. Let me read that. Yeah. Okay, I got it. So all of these, and I think I said this earlier. All of these emotions she's receiving um, aren't hers, but she can't tell the difference. So this is the way it is. She could be, everything could be fine. She could wake up one morning and she's feeling good. Okay. And, just everyday stuff. Life is okay. All right. But then she'll go to work. And then she starts getting around all these people. So there might be one person there that just had a argument with their partner and they're angry, and she picks that up and she feels it. So then she's angry and she doesn't know why. Okay. Everything was good. Then she's angry. So it goes like that all throughout the day, every day. Okay. Um, in the beginning, the way I coped with it was I just stayed away from people. I realized that when I'm around people, I started feeling like crap and started feeling what they were. It was a long time before I realized I was feeling other people's emotions. But that was like the beginning of my healing. Uh,
Well, you said it. You said it. And you're absolutely right about her. I had one other thing that I wanted to ask. It's been troubling me for many years. I lost my mother. I lost a lot of people in my life. I lost my brother in 2016. I never got close. He died in Tibet, China.
he
China.
died where? I didn't hear that part.
He died in Tibet, China.
In China?
The Dalai Lama, the temple, climbing the mountain to go to the Dalai Lama where he is.
Oh,
What is this up to say? I made it and dropped dead.
wow.
bring his body back. So I never saw him. And there's a lot of things uh, that he told me before he, left the earth. Because
Okay. I'm going to stop you real quick because I wanna say this before I lose this. He says he's free. I don't know if that means something to you, but he's saying he's free. He says, I'm free. I'm finally free. So he and for everyone in the audience, if I just say gifts, if I say this person had gifts, just assume, I mean, he had some type of psychic abilities or something. So he had gifts also. And he's he also was an empath, but and then some. Okay. And he never felt like he fit. Does this make sense? He never felt like he fit in this world. Like he could never find his spot. Now I think you froze up. Oh, you did. I think we lost you. Oh my goodness. All right, but I'm gonna finish this thought and to see if you come back. Otherwise, no, we definitely lost you. But
She's still
um,
on the stage, though. Do
she's
you
still
want?
on the stage. Yeah. Okay. So Geraldine, we don't see you anymore, and I can't hear you at all anymore.
Do you want
Um,
me to try to get her back on video?
no. I'm gonna finish up with this thought, and then because we're getting tight on time, we need to move on to Amy. Um, so yeah, your brother knew there was more, and that's what he was searching for. So when I say he felt like he never fit here, he never fit. So he was searching. It he knew more. He knew more than he let on to anybody because he was afraid of what people would think. So he was searching. So now he's the same thing. I'm free. He says, I'm free. I'm finally free. And it's glorious. And when I give messages from the other side, I only say what I feel them say. Because it's like I feel what they're feeling and then I have to translate it into words and the way, yeah, I'm free and it's glorious. It's glorious. So, and this is me speaking. So don't worry. Be happy for your brother. And I'm sorry that he went the way he did for you, but not for him. Okay. He is totally happy. It's the kind of happiness. It's hard to describe. I really don't have the words to describe how happy he is. But think about the love, the unconditional love that he feels now. The freedom, and I keep going back to free. The freedom of being free, just free. His soul is free. This is where he wanted to be. He found what he was searching for. So be happy for him. because he made it to the other side. He's on a different level. He's on a different level than most people are when they pass away. He's more enlightened than most of us when they pass on. So, Geraldine, I hope that helped you.
She left you a message saying she lost you, but she's back. So I would recommend, Geraldine, that you, when we make this a replay, that you go back and listen to the part that you
Yeah,
you
yeah,
lost because Tony kept talking.
yeah. I kept talking. So you should listen. You should listen to that. But we're already into 45 minutes, almost 45 minutes, and I haven't started with Amy yet. But Geraldine, you're always welcome back to the show, and you can get a free reading anytime you come here. It will be free. All right. And I try to get as many as I can in an hour. Seems like tonight I might go over because I'm only at about 15 minutes left. So, Jill is going to take you off the stage and then she's going to bring Amy up. And then we will talk to Amy. And I'm looking forward to talking to Amy. I feel like I have talked to
Hi.
Amy. Amy, have I talked to you before?
No, we've never talked before. Nice to
Okay.
meet you, Amy.
And there was another Amy I talked to then. But welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so happy to see you here.
Happy to see you too. Thank you.
Oh, good, good, good. Well, Amy. Um, hmm. I gotta ask you something.
Yeah, go
And,
ahead.
and I believe I'm getting a read on you. But then it's gonna seem like this question isn't relevant.
Okay.
But today is Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
From Saturday, Sunday, Monday. How was Saturday, Sunday, Monday for you?
Well, Saturday I was traveling and coming home from a vacation with friends, and Sunday my friend was with me, and then Monday I dropped her off at the airport. So they were busy. They were busy days, with a friend. So
Okay.
yeah. What are you
Uh,
seeing?
well, I'm having a hard time getting a read on you.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to turn on the light. I'm going in a different room.
Okay.
Okay, there.
There we go.
Yeah, I want to put this on a stand so I can see you better. Okay.
Great.
Okay.
So I am having a hard time getting a read on you. Now, let's and bear with me, please.
That's okay.
There is something deep, 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 deep down in you. It's like something you have been suppressing for a long, 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 long time. And that's probably why I'm having a harder time getting a read on you.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm going to go and I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked earlier,
Right.
which is, what is your number one concern right now in your life?
Well, that's a hard one. I don't know that I mean, I have 3 children that as a mother, you always worry about your children. And I'm in a new phase of my life because I've had a lot of loss in my life. Um, but I recently lost my husband about a year and a half ago to COVID.
I'm sorry to hear
Yeah,
that.
thank you. So I'm in a new phase of my life. I mean, after being married for 35 years or almost 35 years, this is all new territory for me, being alone.
Okay. So, yeah, and this is understandable. Okay. Um, you in this transition in your life,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to do okay. Okay, you're going to do. I'm not saying you're going to win the lottery, or
No,
that your
no,
life is going to change drastically,
right.
but you're getting your footing now.
Mm-hmm.
So you're still in that process of feeling like you're on solid ground,
Mm-hmm.
and that will come to
Right.
where you feel you're okay. Um, Probably, let's see, it's 2023. Probably right about a year from now,
Okay.
you'll and you're going to keep feeling like, okay, I got my footing, things are a little better, but right about a year from now, you're going to be, oh, all is good.
Right.
All is good. My life is good. All
Mm-hmm.
is good. Um, uh, is there anything you wanted to know about your husband?
Well, yeah, I'd love to, but he never wants to come through. So if you can, if he's there, I would love to hear. But
Okay. Um, in your case, I'm going to need his name.
okay, it's Jack.
Okay. All right. Uh, and like I said, it's a kind of difficult with you. Some people come through stronger than the other. So like you're the connection.
Right.
Okay. The stronger the connection I have to you, the easier it is for me to connect
Right.
to Jack. Was Jack like a man of little words? You know how they say a man of little words. He would say what he had to say,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and that was it.
Didn't talk much. Yeah.
Didn't talk.
Yeah.
Yes, didn't talk much. Did any other psychic get that for you? Did they give you that? You say they never were getting anything on Jack.
Nope.
They didn't get that?
Nope.
Okay. Well, you just remember, you tell people Tony
Tony.
connected to Jack when no one else could. Okay. So the man of little words is is in a good place.
Okay.
Now, mind you, when a few words, my producers corrected me that I should say "man of few words," which would be the right term instead of little words. Thank you, Jill.
Yeah, he could use big words.
Yes,
Just,
yes. So he was man of little words. He really, really, really loved you more than you know, actually, way more. than you knew. Okay. He wants you to know that.
Right.
The reason um, other psychics have said he never would come through because he's still learning some stuff. So, with him being the man of few words, he's still learning how to change that. Okay.
Right.
That's what makes it hard for other people to connect to him on the other
Right.
side. And he's not in a bad place. He's in a good place. Okay.
Right.
And actually just him allowing me to connect to him is a big deal.
Okay.
Okay. This is like him going to another level.
Mm-hmm.
So these things that we might think are little are not little. This is not a small thing on the other side. As I was saying earlier, death is not the end. Okay. So he's still watching over you, and he's very proud of what you're doing. He's really proud. It's like it's all I can say is how I feel it, but
Right.
it's like he's exploding with this proudness he has of you. It's just emanating like this energy. It's just emanating how proud he is of you. His thing, what I say, the man of few words, that came from way back. So from when he was a kid.
Right. Probably.
Yeah. So the things that he went through as a child, he learned that it was better to keep quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you may know more about this than I'm going to say. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it was better for him to keep quiet. So that's the way he lived his whole life. So, and I'm clicking this pen again. But yeah, that's the way he learned to live his whole life. So he wasn't able to express himself the way you would have liked him to express himself,
Mm-hmm.
the way your children would have liked for him to express himself.
Mm-hmm.
So these were a quiet struggle for him. But he would never, ever let anybody know. He is the type of man, if somebody's told him, I think you need some therapy. No, it ain't happening. Yeah, so he wouldn't do it. But now he's really good, and he's really happy that and proud of you and what you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, so I really it's good stuff.
Okay.
It's good stuff. You see, and in this show, and people notice this when I connect to people on the other side. Most of the time, I feel pretty good,
Right.
and the reason is the other side feels great. It's like taking a vacation from this planet
Mhm.
on what it feels like on the other side. So yeah, I love doing this.
Mhm. Mhm.
I didn't think I would love connecting to people on the other side as much as I do when I started doing it on the regular. But yeah, I really do love it. And I'm thanking your husband right now. I'm thanking him for coming through. Uh yeah,
Okay, good.
it's good. I hope I helped some and
Yeah.
eased your heart a little bit.
Mhm. Yeah.
Uh when the next time you come back,
Right.
what do we have? Oh, yeah, I'm getting more questions here from my producer. Do you have any more questions before we go?
Well, right now I have two homes. I'm splitting my time between Michigan and North Carolina because we were building our home in North Carolina. That was kind of like his dream home, and he never got to see it finished. He passed before the home was complete. So I've been going there, but then I spend some time here, and I'm struggling as to whether I should sell the Michigan home and just make North Carolina my home because I've enjoyed my time there, or do I just, as long as I can keep both, just keep both? And I haven't sold it yet because he had so much stuff here that I don't even know how to get rid of. He had a hobby of working on guitars and amplifiers. So he would sit in the basement and he would refurbish old guitars and old amplifiers. And I've got all these pieces and parts and things that I don't even know what they are because I didn't take enough of an interest in it when he was doing it. It was his hobby. I didn't really care. And so now I got all this stuff and I don't even know how to get rid of it. And so I had that struggle between, how to close one chapter and move to the next.
The man, I'm going to call Jack the man of few words
Yeah.
from now on. And Jack is the man of few words. And Jack said, when you asked me the question, he said, go, go, go,
Okay.
go, go, go,
Mm-hmm.
move, go, go, go.
Go.
I understand your fear about how do you handle that stuff. Find an expert
Yeah, that's what
that
I need.
deals with that stuff. Call the expert up, have him come to the house. He'll make you an offer on everything.
Oh, that would be great. I would love
Yeah,
that.
but that's how you do it. Find if you use guitars, find do a search on guitar experts in your town, in your area, and tell them what you have, and they'll come and they'll probably buy everything you have.
That would be great. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
and
Well, I appreciate it.
yeah, but yeah, leave. Yeah, go to yeah, because it's exactly like you said.
Mhm.
You're in between both spots.
Well, yeah.
So remember how I was saying you feel like you're not on solid ground.
Exactly.
So that's part of one, your husband passed away. Two, you got all of this stuff to deal with, and it's an emotional connection. Okay. But if there's a special guitar that you know about that he really loved, maybe keep that one. So
yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, we've dispersed the guitars between the kids, his friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the good stuff we have. It's all the guitar making stuff, the guitar repair stuff, the amplifier, the tubes, all that stuff.
Yeah. You call an expert for that stuff, but all the stuff that's sentimental, keep it, put it out throughout the family, and that will make him happy. That those things, stayed close into the family, and those things actually help keep a connection,
right?
A better connection. But yeah, go.
Okay. All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. And please, Amy, come back anytime, any Tuesday, because I still feel the other thing I was talking about in the beginning.
Okay.
There's something in there. and it's deep.
All right. Well, I'm not sure, but
Uh,
maybe
I'm
we'll
not
see
sure either.
that. All right. Well, maybe in a couple weeks I'll come back and
Yeah. A couple of weeks.
yeah.
But in the meantime, think about that.
Okay. Okay.
Think about there is something in there. There's things we hold on to, and it can keep us from living our full potential. So
Okay.
it's kind of a thing like that.
Yeah. Like a fear.
Yeah,
Mhm.
kind of like a fear, and fears come from someplace,
Right. Right. Okay.
and that's what I'm getting at. Where the fear came from and what
Right.
that is, and how to overcome it. So,
Okay.
but
Okay.
otherwise, you're good.
All right.
Moving to South Carolina,
North
North
Carolina.
Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
It's a beautiful area.
yeah,
Mhm.
then and yeah, that's
Okay.
it's good.
Thank you. Thank you,
You're
Tony.
very welcome. Can't wait to see you again.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye bye. All right, Jill. What? Oh, you're gonna take? Oh, Jill's gonna take you down off the
Sure.
stage.
Thank you.
All right. So Jill, do we have anybody else that wants anything before I go?
I didn't see that anyone else wanted a reading, but Dawn entered your audience.
Oh, hello, Dawn. How are you? Let me see if I can see Dawn, because they have changed this app so much, and I can't see everything.
And Geraldine said thank you. She will replay back what she missed.
Oh, great. Check that out. And the next time, if you come back, because we couldn't get a good connection on you, maybe get closer to your Wi-Fi, your router, and all of that stuff might solve that problem. Hopefully it will. Okay. Well, if that is it for sure, Jill? That's it. I think that's it.
I think that's it.
I won't be too late getting off. All right. Excellent. So, anyway, I'm so happy that everyone came into the audience tonight. I love it when people are here. I love it when I do this. This is actually something I was told to do probably 6 years ago. Nobody told me that lives on this planet. Okay, it came from the other side that I was supposed to do this. So that's how that goes. So now that I'm doing it, I dragged my ass for so long, and now that I'm doing it now, I'm happy. So I thank everyone that came, especially Geraldine and Amy, and I'm glad I was able to help some. At least I hope I did, because that's my purpose. This is what I do. Let's see.
Fortune cookie.
The fortune cookie. Yes, if you want to know more about me, just hit that fortune cookie. That's where all the words are scrolling across. Or you could check me out or check out my website at knowtoBestill.com. That's KNOW 2 still.com. And you can learn a little more about me, who I am, and what I do. As usual, I love you all. I truly do love you all because we're all connected. And as you see in this show, I connect to people. So when I say we're all truly connected, we all truly are. So I love you all. I hope you're back next week because I'd love to see you. But I'm going to turn off video